Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Barely Necessities. Let's see, it's almost the end of October. We're looking at October 28th. I'm the site's co-founder, Rebecca Mosley, and Rebecca Burbank is with us as always. Yay!
Hi. I know, I can't believe we are at the end of October. That is so crazy. Like, it just, what happened? What happened to the entire year?
No, exactly. One of my favorite follows on X is this account that shows you like how much is left of the year.
Oh gosh.
And it's fun to watch. It's like an update on your computer. You get to see how you're progressing, and so yeah. So I love it. It's also just a great way for me personally to check in on myself because you have all these. You start off the year, you have this checklist of things I'm going to get done this year, and then life happens, things get in the way, and I find it's a great way to kind of go, oh, you know what? That thing I put on the back burner, I need to put it on the front burner if it's going to get done by the end of the year.
Right? No, that is good. I'm a visual. I prefer visuals, so yeah, I could see where that would be super helpful.
But we're here to talk about merchandise, and we're starting off with some Zootopia stuff because the sequel's just around the corner.
Sequel is just around the corner, and it's apparently a week of surprises. So I guess there's some snake fun going on here. But we've got to look at some items from Uniqlo, from Miniso, Crocs, and Casetify. But we're looking at Uniqlo right now. This is their Zootopia themed collection, which will be arriving in stores in late November. So this is not available quite yet, but it will be when the movie is released.
I'm going to say a quick hi to Jazzman. Hey, Dr. Jazzman, we're doing well. And Disney OC Mouse, thank you. Thank you very much. We have a lot of fun around here. Disney love all the time. I'm going to say a quick hi to Austin and Juan Manuel. So just thank you guys so much for joining us as we take a peek at some Disney merch. I know the arrival of product is part of what gets me, I don't know, excited about the upcoming film. You get to see some of the characters, or maybe in my case, I realize I need to see this movie again because I don't really have the story like locked in what happened with Zootopia. So I'll need to check in, reacquaint myself with Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde and the cast of this adorable movie as we get ready, not only for the upcoming sequel, but also the new attraction over at Animal Kingdom as well. So lots of animated animal delight ahead. Do you remember it well enough to have a favorite character? I'll admit, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I mean, it's been a long time, and like Judy being the main character is probably not the best. It's probably not best to be like, oh, I like the main character, but she's a really great protagonist, and her story was like so fun to watch. And watching her become more confident, like I don't know, she's like Judy Hopps is a great character. So I'm excited to see her in this, in Zootopia 2. It looks like we're going to kind of either get backstory or we're going to see her as a rookie cop. And maybe even Nick Wilde is a cop as well. So,
oh, okay. Yeah, for me, Judy, because of the actress behind the voice as well. Her Disney fandom, having seen her as Snow White in the Once Upon a Time?
Yeah. That's it.
Series.
Jennifer Goodwin, right?
Yeah. So, and I believe she was at the opening of the new Fantasyland when they did that at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. So yeah, just a lot of fun ahead as we begin to see more and more Zootopia here at Laughing Place, also in theaters, but definitely here at Laughing Place. I know we have a lot of Zootopia content ahead, but we're going to move on to another popular Disney animal. In this case, one that's a figment of your imagination.
That's right. Yeah, we have a lot of parks merchandise today. And these are some new items that we spotted at Epcot. Figment, of course, being one of the mascots of the Imagination Pavilion, one of the Disney Resort or Walt Disney World Resort mascots, if you will. Gotta love Figment.
Yeah, there's a few Figment haters out there. I don't really understand it, but I'm a big fan. I love this articulated figure. So you can adjust his arms and everything. And this particular one, your husband had some fun in our Slack channel comparing this to that Spider-Man meme where they're
they're pointing at each other.
So now whenever I see this image that we have, that meme pops into my head. But I in college had a little Figment sitting on my desk. I would have much preferred something like this where I could have the poses change. Throughout the week. It even looks like the legs are articulated enough that maybe I could even sit him down and, see him kind of, like the little squat Figment that we had for a few days while they were working on the figure in the ride.
But that was like, oh my goodness, what happened, Figment?
Yeah, Figment had looked better, but they're leading into the rainbow that is such a signature part, at least for me, of the Imagination Pavilion. I still long for the days when after the ride you could wander through that rainbow tunnel. That was so much fun. So to me, this leans a little into the nostalgia as well as embracing where the attraction is currently. Now we're going to go a little dark, a little spooky. It is the end of October, so we've got some Rock Love villain merchandise.
Yes, this is the third release in their Disney Villains collection that was introduced in Acts 1, 2, and 3. So this is Act 3. We're wrapping up this wave of the series with Cruella and Maleficent. And I'm really impressed, especially with the Maleficent. These are statement pieces. And it seems like there's a ton of detail there. Like the gems are actually raised slightly. There's a lot supporting it, not because it's heavy, but just the silver work that they have there is it's a substantial piece.
Yeah, the setting is beautiful. Within the design of the ring you see here are thorns, which you would expect with Maleficent. I also feel like I'm seeing feathers, which when you think of her wings in the live action, especially comes to mind for me as I'm looking at it. But perhaps it is more of a branch. But like I say, for me, it's also evoking kind of that feather that I think of when I think of the live action Angelina Jolie Maleficent. And with Cruella really leaning into that black and white with a splash of red dynamic. And once again, for me, this is evoking much more of that. Is it Emma Stone?
Yeah.
Emma Stone realization Cruella. Of the character, or maybe not that it doesn't evoke the cartoon, because the animated feature, because that is where it's birthed. But for some reason, for me specifically, those renditions are what comes to mind when I see these. But
not Glenn Close.
No. For some reason, no, it's not. But I love the way that they're bringing to life the Dalmatian spots within the ring design here, even an irregularity to it, right? They aren't they're clearly not polka dots.
Right. And these spots are also hand painted, so there might even be some slight differentiation with each piece that you get as well, which is really, really cool.
So these are from the team over at Rock Love. As with all of these items, we'll have links below. And when it's an affiliate purchase, we'll designate that versus when we do not have an affiliate partnership available. We do appreciate your support when you're shopping. If you do shop using those affiliate links, it does help us out here as we receive a small commission on those purchases, and greatly appreciate your support of the fun we have here at Laughing Place via your shopping. Let's see. We've got some varsity jackets popping up at Walt Disney World.
Yes, and I will also note that these are available at Disney Store, but it's always great to have photos of the items like that we're seeing in person, which is really cool. So yeah, there's like 4 different styles. Letterman jackets are kind of having a year, just like the baseball jerseys, like or baseball shirts in some instances. But yeah, this seems to be like leading into that element of the sport or collegiate side of things. I like the orange bird jacket. I think that's a lot of fun.
Some of my favorite jackets over the years have been this style where it has that varsity Letterman jacket look, but it's not made of that bulky leather fabric. So I have a couple of fleece Letterman style jackets from my years going to baseball games. And I love these. I think I would either lean towards the Chippendale or perhaps the Emperor's New Groove, but most likely the Chippendale would be the one that would come home with me. Any particular element or design grabbing your eye, Becca?
Well, the Mickey one is interesting, and we see a lot of Mickey Mouse. He's towards the bottom there. I don't know that I love the the fuzzy Mickey. If
Gotcha.
that makes sense. But but this is an interesting way to present our big G's here. I don't know. What do you think of this one?
I think that the choice for the like, I'll call it chenille design on it is I think Chippendale. It comes across better to me with the Chippendale than it does with the Mickey, and I do adore it on the Chippendale because they're so cute, and so to make them fuzzy and cute on my jacket is great. And I have not been to Chalkline Jazzman. I love the puffer jacket. If this puffer jacket had been there when I was there recently, it might have come home with me because I am in need of a heavier jacket as the seasons change, and I wouldn't mind having a Disney one. So I have a trip upcoming. I may have to take a peek and see if this one will make its way home with me. But there are the 4 varsity style jackets that are currently on shelves at Walt Disney World and also available at Disney Store. We're jumping into more Walt Disney World merchandise, and this time we're looking at some DVC items.
Yes, and we have a ton of photos here, so we don't have to go through everything, but I was just impressed at the size of this collection and also the variety of products that they have. I'm not a DVC member, but I did work at a DVC resort. So I was at Boardwalk for a while, and half of that resort is like just a standard hotel, and the other half is DVC. So that was always kind of neat. But and then we were right there next to Yacht Club or to Beach Club as well. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I love the whole welcome home messaging and that they're kind of highlighting all of their various DVC resorts. I don't know. This just seems like a really fun collection.
Knowing the dedication that Vacation Club members I know have, it's a brilliant choice. They are so proud of their involvement with Disney, owning a little piece of the magic, as it were. And I agree with you 100%. Lean into the welcome home. And these are the types of things that, then they can wear and they can become a brand ambassador. I am a big fan of being a brand ambassador. I am constantly wearing my Disney merchandise, most of it purchased myself, my TGL hat, because ESPN love to. I give them love as well, realizing that I am just a walking billboard anywhere I go. That's all I do now. I'm just but I'm very careful about it. I make sure that I'm buying something that if somebody asks me about my hat or my shirt, that I am a fan.
Yes.
So it's funny what's happened with my choice of gear. I either am plain t-shirt person or very specific in what brands I choose to have on. Lug bags are the best.
Are they? I've yet to try any out. I've done the Loungefly thing before, but I have not tried the lug bags.
I love my little lug bag. My only frustration right now is it's a lighter color, and I want one in a deeper color, and I have yet to find a lug design in a deeper color that I'm in love with and want to purchase. But as far as just the design of the small bag itself, it's fantastic. The pouch, the different component zippers, the perfect size, the way the bag hangs, perfect. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. Easy to wipe off when I've spilled something. So yeah, no, it was gifted to me by a friend.
Okay.
It was not a brand that I myself had been like, oh yeah, I should get it, but no, I'm now in love. And like I say, that's a lighter color. It's like a light blue. And so I'm looking for something that's a little deeper color. So we'll see. But as Becca mentioned, there's a lot of items in this collection. We've been scrolling through them as we've been chatting, but we'll leave you to look at the rest by following the link below if you're a DVC member and wish to pick up something from the enormous collection representing the variety of properties that are available to DVC members. Be sure to check that out. Now we move to an international inspired item.
Yes, and another one of these private access releases. So these are the Disney Store Japan. I want to say it's Urupucha-chan. I'm sure I'm butchering that the pronunciation, but these are cute little micro plush, and this is the Frozen collection. These are. Go ahead.
No. I was going to totally be off topic because right now over on ESPN they have this like hockey marathon going on, and it's hashtag Frozen Frenzy. And as an ESPN fan, a lot of that's been popping up in my feed, but every time my brain goes to Elsa and
Anna, yeah.
and Anna. It doesn't go to hockey. So I apologize to my ESPN friends that are hashtagging Frozen Frenzy, but this is where my brain goes to adorable micro plush like these. She's so sweet.
She is very, very sweet. So yeah, that's Elsa there. These are, so we said they're private access. It started yesterday. It goes through tomorrow, and then they'll be available to the general public starting on the 30th. I think private access is really just having a Disney account and being logged into your Disney account. But if you want to just check out as a guest, you're going to have to wait a couple more days.
Okay, give us a comment in the chat. I'm curious, of these four, which one is the cutest? Give it. I know my favorite. I'll give it a moment so everybody watching and listening can think of it themselves. But drop a comment in the chat. Who is the cutest here? Is it Anna, Olaf, Elsa, or Sven?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jazzman popping in with Olaf. Becca, which one is the cutest in your eye?
Olaf is quite good. I don't always love how he's presented. He's really, really adorable in this collection.
Okay, for me, hands down, no question, Sven.
Yeah, I mean,
those little antlers.
I know.
Little hooves like together right there underneath the little face. Oh no, wait, it's 100% Sven, but Olaf's cute too. He's not terrible, but Sven's the cutest. Moving on from the adorable Sven to the incredibly creepy and nightmare-inducing Chernobog.
Yeah, this is from Fantasia, and Fantasia is 85 this year. Which
no
is
way.
Yeah. So this is an 85th anniversary celebration figurine. I guess we saw it earlier this year at Walt Disney World. It is now available at Disney Store. Of course, lights up. You've got to light up, right?
Yeah, but wow, that's intimidating. I would have to, I wouldn't want this in my house just because he creeps me out like big time. But imagine if this is illuminated in your house. I'm just like imagining in the middle of the night I get up and I was just like weirded out. No,
just glowing there. Yeah, would it help if you had the Night on Bald Mountain music playing? Like, would that kind of help, like, make it a little bit easier? No.
No. I I'm not a fan of Chernobog, but I have many friends who are, and I'm sure are delighted by this arrival. So how do you know how large of an item it is by chance?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at dimensions right now. It's 11 and a quarter inches tall,
Okay.
and then it's like 8 and a quarter inches deep. So, and then the wingspan is also going to be almost 12 inches wingspan. So it's a pretty sizable figurine.
And the price they're looking for with this?
This one is, where did that go? I think we are $100.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry, $200.
Oh wow, okay. Wow, okay. But it lights up. It's large.
Right. And
Jasmine, yes, we've talked a couple of times about Cakeworthy and Roosevelt. Yes. I don't think we have any today, but from time to time,
but I've got a
Roosevelt's. But yeah, I know over there at the Burbank house, you will find quite a few Roosevelts.
Yes.
In the closet. So I was thinking about buying the Beskar hoodie. That's on my want list right now. So I'm thinking
about hoodie. I love their performance hoodies. They're not like super warm, but they're super comfortable. There's no kangaroo pocket, so it's a little weird not having the pocket, but it goes with everything. And I really like the Beskar one. So I'm just saying.
And for me, yesterday I was wearing my Cakeworthy Star Wars droid tee. I think the thing that has surprised me the most about the Cakeworthy designs is those all over prints. The colors hold up surprisingly well on them. I've had it for quite a while, and I mean it's been through a lot of wash and wears, and it's still rather vibrant. I mean it's lost a little bit of its brilliant pop, but it's still a bright pop because it's got a nice royal blue collar because of R2D2. So yeah, ooh, Jasmine has the Fantasia denim jacket. Yeah, they do have a lot of Fantasia designs over there at Cakeworthy. We are moving on to talk about a collection by Disney artist Brett Ewan, who is also the voice of Mickey Mouse.
Which just blows my mind that like not only is he an actor, but then he's also an artist, and he's like now designing a collection. Like just it's insane. It's insanely cool. So,
I know where this picture was taken.
This is all at Disney California Adventure, right?
Yes, this is Disney California Adventure. I recognize that car and canoe.
I wasn't quite sure about the canoe, but I was like, this feels very much like near the Wilderness Explorer area.
This is by Grizzly River Run. That's the mill in the background. Okay, but now let's focus on the shirt. Mickey, Adventure Mickey, looking off in the distance on an expedition.
Yes.
Chest high. I'm not used to seeing Mickey with like the chest high like that. Look at that.
Right? No, that's true. He is ready to go. He's like, I've got this.
I like it a lot. He's great. I feel like this is Scout Leader Mickey.
Yeah, right? For sure. He earned his Eagle Scout badge or his Eagle Scout status. He's working on a couple badges. Didn't get the campfire one yet.
I like the color on color embroidery on the back of this this jacket. The nice kind of olive. I will call it an olive green.
Yeah.
You've got a patch on the sleeve. A lot of it feels a little utilitarian, but yet not totally without form. So it has a nice shape to it. This is very bold on the flannel. This warning sign.
Well, also, yeah, it totally looks like a road sign. So it immediately catches your eye. You're like, oh, wait, what am I supposed to do? Oh, it's just Mickey Mouse.
He's very cute here. He's looking up.
Yeah. And I like the plaid colors as well. Like that's just a very like nice fall shirt. But yeah. So this is Expedition Mickey Mouse Collection. And then it's going to be available at Disneyland Resort on the 31st, and then at Walt Disney World on the 1st. So
we have to add model, by the way, to Brett's
Well,
Disney
and I
voice
think it's so
talent,
funny
artist,
'cause
model.
he's like besties with Ashley Eckstein, and so she's kind of I don't know if she's so much an artist, but she's an actress, and she's a fashion designer and models her own clothes all the time. So it's just kind
She's
of fun
pulled
to
him in
see.
before. She's pulled him in
Yes.
before on some of her photo shoots. This isn't the first time that we've
Right.
seen him as fashion model. Oh, this is a cute repeated pattern.
Yeah.
Mickey and Pointer Pluto out camping. It's a nice button-up design. So, and then of course we've got some flat art as well, celebrating national parks. Old Faithful. I love Old Faithful.
Yeah. And I like the playfulness of these with Mickey Mouse, but it's still very like focusing on the nature. It's not it's like there's a fun little Mickey element to it, or in this case, Mickey and Pluto. And then you're really though like, okay, I like his take on the national parks.
Oh, that is stunning.
I like that one a lot.
Joshua
I mean, I like blue, and there's just this, it's just pretty blue color. I kind of like that silhouette, where you're like, yeah, I don't know, you know what I'm going for.
Well, and the immenseness of the sky, that's one of the things that I associate so profoundly with Joshua Tree, is there's like a spirituality to the enormous nature of the environment there, that kind of there's a connectivity to in that way, and this beautifully captures that. And then with the little hint of Mickey. Okay.
Yes.
And Yosemite with Half Dome.
Right?
Nice, very beautiful.
And you can get several of these artwork canvases at Disney Store. So if that's something that you do want to add to your collection, you can't get the apparel right now, but you can get the canvas prints.
And we were talking about his friend Ashley, and she was on our site recently with her Universe Disneyland 70th collection. A lot of nice, it feels like modern retro.
For sure. Absolutely. And this collection was co-designed with the winners of the 2023 Her Universe Fashion Show. So as part of their prize for winning the fashion show is they get to design a collection with Her Universe. And so this is like, what a cool thing to be able to get to do. Like, I mean, any collection was going to be fun, but to be like, we get to be part of Disneyland 70th, like that's awesome.
So we've got some, there's leaning into the blue. We have some coral kind of shade. Shades of coral, right? We've got a pink, a fuchsia. The dress is a very deep blue with that Disneyland D from the 50s era. In a like a it's not teal, because teal's more of an aqua maybe.
I think aqua is the right color.
And then some hints of pink, some nice little hints of pink there. The design on that dress to me evokes that beginning sequence when Disneyland's show became World of Color, and Tinkerbell would like splash colors across your screen. That's what this dress palette evokes to me. The colors that I connect with those opening moments where you have that blue, and then Tink comes in and kind of puts a little bit of pink, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue. So just to kind of share with you what the dress brings to mind for me. But these are available at Disney Store.
Not yet at Disney Store. Coming soon to Disney Store. They are available at Disneyland. It looks like Emporium, Elias & Co., and then the D-Lander shop in downtown Disney. So
okay, and these items typically have made their way to Disney Store. I believe they've teased their arrival.
Yes.
So
yes,
we'll share that when that does happen. What continues to not make its way to Disney Store, and for me it's a disappointment, I'm hoping someday it'll change, that's the resort lines. I wish more of the resort itself merchandise would make its way over to Disney Store as well, because you don't always make it back to Disney World so quickly, and the lines change up and sometimes annually. I know that previously at Caribbean Beach, a lot of the merchandise was on a kind of a bluish background. Now we have a lot more with this brilliant pink design. And, you know, I wish I didn't have to make sure I was in Florida to bring home some of these items. This Caribbean Beach line leaning into the size of the resort with the button-up shirt showcasing all the different sections: Aruba, Jamaica, Barbados, the Skyliner. It's really, and that resort is so large.
It is. It is.
When we go, like, wow. And we've got some beautiful mouse ears, large tropical leaves, some beautiful hibiscus, and a couple of plumeria for good measure.
I really like this ear headband. I'm not usually into like the floral or leafy look, but this is just really, really pretty, I think.
And the colors pop beautifully on it as well. And then the backside of the ear is logo stamped with that Disney Caribbean Beach Resort. You can see the turbises in the background. Oh, this is a Loungefly ear. Okay, Loungefly ear headband. So you know the weight of those headbands in comparison to the Disney specific ones. They also have a Loungefly bag available. We've noticed several of these lines popping up at the resorts. I'm going to show a little bit over at Riviera. They also had a Pandora charm that caught our team's eye, along with a beautiful set of coasters. One of the things that we've noticed is a little bit of a lean into what makes these resorts unique. So not just kind of replicating over and over again the exact same items at each resort, because the clientele can be a little different. The feel, the dynamic of the resort's a little different. Over at the Beach Club, they share some items for their soda shop. So you have that t-shirt over there. So it's just, like I say, it's nice to see them not be like, oh, well, since we did, you know, the coasters at Riviera, well, then we have to do coasters here too. You know, there can be some uniqueness among the resorts. Over at the Beach Club, they have this beautiful woven base tote, you know, which fits more with, you know, you're going to go be seaside, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's links below to the Caribbean Beach resort merchandise. And I know through that article, you'll find links to other articles on Disney Parks resort merchandise as well. With that, Becca, I think it is time for this week's Sensational 7. So it's Cat Day at some point this week. So I thought this week's list, loosely inspired by the dwarfs Sleepy, Happy, Grumpy, Dopey, Sneezy, Bashful, and Doc, would focus on Disney cats, starting with Sleepy. Over at Hot Topic is an adorable throw blanket with a variety of cats: Aristocats, Oliver and Company, Cheshire Cat. Yep. Which one of these is surprising to you, Becca? When you look at it, you're like, whoa, they included.
It's nice to see Mochi. I feel like we don't see Mochi very much. I don't know.
What about Mochi? I feel like anytime Mochi shows up, Becca's like, zoom. Like, I noticed Mochi. That's so cool. I love it. I love your love for Mochi. Moving on to Happy. I'm a big fan of The Rescuers. It's a very sweet movie. It meant a lot to me when I saw it as a kindergartner, maybe first grader, but I think kindergartner. And Rufus, keep the faith, sweetheart. He was so loving to this little orphan girl. And one of my favorite scenes is when she's like carrying him, and he, you know, you can tell that he's like super uncomfortable. And, but yet their relationship is such that he tolerates, because he knows it's in love, right? The way she's carrying it. So it's just super sweet. Rufus is super sweet and makes me happy. And you can capture and keep that love close to your heart with this t-shirt. For Grumpy, I'm leaning into the villains. And this isn't very grumpy. However, the character is. It's an Yzma cat squishmallow.
And the most adorable that the Yzma as a cat has ever looked.
I just love how cantankerous this face looks as such a cuddly and sweet item of merchandise. So it's like such a dichotomy.
Right? Well, it's almost like, I can't take you seriously. You can try to be mad, but it's not going to work.
Exactly. For Dopey, I like to go with something sparkly like his eyes in the mine. And in this case, it is a light up ceramic tree from Hot Topic featuring Marie, the Aristocat, atop.
Okay, everyone's grandma had one of these, right? Which is fantastic that now there's a new generation that can have one that actually is Disney inspired. This is so cute.
For Sneezy, I like to go with something that you can stuff your tissues in whenever you're having those allergy attacks. Man, this time of year is particularly rough on my family. I don't know about yours, but this time of year is even more challenging than the spring for the allergies in my crew. And in this case, I found this Lothcat little coin purse. So you can just shove a few little somethings in there from Ahsoka. So yeah, adorable. For Bashful, we're going subtle, and in this case, just subtle about Disney, not subtle about cats. So if you love cats, this it just looks like a typical "my cat is my bestie," just a typical cat, but it's Oliver, the adorable little cat from the Disney animated feature. I loved that movie.
Now that's one I haven't seen. Or if I have seen it, it was a long time ago. Yeah.
Stop the presses. Really?
Really?
Oh, really? No, you need to. I say that. This is the one. This is an empty hole in our Disney knowledge base. To the point where
are you serious?
Cindy and I have not seen this movie, so a friend sent it to us on DVD. And I'm like, we have it on Disney Plus, and they're like, oh, but I'm sending it to you on DVD, so you'll watch it.
Oh, I Remember the Titans. It's
everybody we know likes Remember the Titans, but we still haven't managed to see it. Don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And finally, for Doc, I'm going foundational. He's kind of the leader of the crew. I feel like they would fall apart without him. And in this case, it's a double-sided puzzle. And on one side, you have Disney cats. And on the other side, you have Disney dogs. We'll just focus on the cats. But also letting you know that it's Toy Tuesday, which means there's up to 40% on select toys over at Disney Store. So you can stop over there and take advantage of that if you have some toys. Maybe you're trying to get ready for Toys for Tots at the end of this year, or maybe you have some tots on your upcoming Christmas list. So if you take a peek over there now, 40% off select toys. Before I toss it over to you, Becca, for your shopping list, I just wanted to highlight the Game Day initiative that has been happening over at ESPN. Each week, College Game Day stops by a different college campus, and there's a different, head-to-head competition going on, and they have really upped the game as far as their merchandise, particularly this year. And over at the ESPN website, they have unique shirts for each week's matchup. They're also supported by their Instagram partner. I want to say teammate, because I believe she's actually part of ESPN now. And she'll wear the gear and be in her Instagram reels. So you'll be able to find it there as well. Over on the YouTube channel, there's even a store tab where the week's matchup t-shirts are easily available. They have pop-up shops on the campus now with the matchup gear. They're reaching out and having like little pop-up segments of stores like Lids or Dick's Sporting Goods, where the merchandise is available. When the Lee Corso farewell that kicked off the season happened, they sold out at the local Dick's of the special Lee Corso t-shirts. So it's just, as an ESPN fan, I'm enjoying finding more ESPN merchandise. I was at Sam's Club, and there were the variety of like gaming, sports gaming items that have that ESPN branding on it. ESPN's headquarters, Bristol, they just about a week ago opened up their new, reopened their ESPN The Store. It's the employee shop, and I've toured ESPN campus now 3 times because of the ESPN Experiences tours, and one of my biggest like disappointments from those has been not leaving with armfuls of ESPN gear that I can wear around once I leave. I mean, typically these tours, they give you some sort of lovely piece of ESPN Experiences or an ESPN branded t-shirt or something, as you might expect from a vacation package. But like the idea that I could pop into a shop like I have when I visited Mickey, like if you visit Imagineering, there's the Mickey's of Glendale that people like to pop into, and there's a similar company store specifically at Burbank Studios. So like fingers crossed that if ESPN Experiences, when they announce another one, if we're at Bristol, maybe they'll like squeeze us some time so we can pop in and bring home sweatshirts. Because okay, so this next thing I'm going to share, I didn't even ask. I probably should have. Over on Instagram, Arda Ocal, Sports Center host, hockey guy, he popped on this morning because he's a Toronto fan. I should say Toronto fan, because I think you're supposed to drop the T. Otherwise, people know that you're
That's
not.
What really... I've heard.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
So last night's game went really, really late, and the Blue Jays lost. So there's a lot of grief in this footage, but notice the sweatshirt. Look at that. It's a Bristol, Connecticut sweatshirt with the ESPN headquarters. Oh, okay. I'm so jealous. Awesome. And I really, really want one. So I'm hoping ESPN Experiences manages to give us a little bit of time to pick something up if and when they announce their next tour.
Studio or tour. Oh, that would be so cool.
But I just thought it'd be fun to share with everybody that ESPN has, I mean, even with the WWE, if you go to the WWE store, there's some ESPN branded merchandise because of the premium events that they're doing in partnership with WWE. So just as an ESPN fan, I like having the ability to buy more ESPN merchandise again. Yeah. That kind of disappeared with the loss of the ESPN zones and the ESPN clubs. Hasn't been that same accessibility.
There used to be an ESPN club at Boardwalk.
Yeah, so you could go there and you could pick up a few, you could pick up a hat, you could pick up a t-shirt. Really, the only place now is Wide World of Sports, ESPN Wide World of Sports, and it's irregularly open. It doesn't even have regular like bus service. It's not like the same as.
Yeah, you're not going there unless you're going for expo or you are on a family member or an athlete, playing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I suppose right now, you go to a spring training game, right?
Yeah. So right now I'm one of those people who is periodically refreshing that ESPN merch site, looking for an unsportsmanlike hat because the morning show I really like it. So I wouldn't mind that. Checking for Vibe Check, their Disney Plus show. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So it's one of those things because there's another transition that makes it more difficult, and that is we don't have the same kind of like radio hits they would do much more of that, like locals, where you would go and you would, oh, hey, we're doing this, fun radio thing. Stop by, spin the wheel, and you would get a keychain or a bumper sticker or it's like not even that happens as frequently as a generation ago. So yeah. So there you go. Just cool. Just me wishing I could spend more money on ESPN and wear more gear.
No, and I mean, like, I'm not even a sports fanatic of any type, but whenever we've been in Vegas, we've walked over there by the link, and they have a studio up there, and I'm like, I want to go in and see the studio. I see the little logo. I'm like, I would love to go check that out and just hang out there. I know that's not what that's for, but I'm like, yeah, I get it. Seeing Disney related things in other places, or even like you're saying, you're there at the headquarters, and it's like, oh, I really want to.
Oh wow, you talk about Vegas. This Formula One Mickey Mouse crossover.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be fun. I suspect we'll be talking about it in the weeks ahead, because who would have thunk Mickey would end up conducting the Bellagio fountains because of Formula One? I mean, the connect the dots on that is wild. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, stop by Laughing Place, because that was announced today. So Disney Formula One and Vegas fun ahead.
Oh my goodness. It's kind of like an adult playground, right? And Disney is, you kind of, I don't know.
Well, okay. So what's left to talk about on our shopping list that people need to know over at Laughing Place?
It's another pin drop at Disney Store. So there's a couple of new pin designs, including a limited edition Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon pin. And then we've got an article kind of trying to go through all the new items that arrived this week. So we've only got 2 days worth of items on there, but if it's new at Disney Store, it is in that article. And then we talked a little bit about Toy Tuesday. I will also point out that right now through November 3rd, they have a Pixie Perk special or deal as well. Use the code Pixie Perk at checkout if you're spending $100 plus. It will give you free shipping now, and then $25 for a future purchase. So that's all going on right now, along with the Toy Tuesday sale. And then we've got more Figment merchandise that we saw popping up at Epcot. I just didn't want to bombard us with too much, but if you're looking for another button-down shirt, there's one with Figment in a really pretty purple. So some cool stuff to check out. Also at Walt Disney World at Polynesian Village Resort, there's some Trader Sam's Grog Grotto merchandise. Kind of has that like feel of the artist shag. Very like colorful, lots of pretty patterns, very tropical. So something fun to check out. And then there's more Zootopia merchandise, including some apparel for kids, some plush. I think there's some pens and some toys. And then we talked briefly about the Riviera collection. Lots of cool stuff at the various Disney resorts. So that's another article with a ton of photos. There's so much to see there. So please check that out. And then there's a new Disney Princess Treats storybooks that open to reveal chocolates, truffles that you can enjoy, as well as I believe some great stuff, candy, cotton candy, right? And yeah, so some interesting flavor combinations we got going on there. And then also some ornaments at Walt Disney World, including the like ear hats. And there's one for Hercules, there's one for Figment, and just all sorts of other awesome designs. So yeah.
Okay. So with that, I think we are done here. And tonight, a little later, there'll be Disney Trivia Live right here. Tomorrow, we'll have the Disney morning updates. So be sure to keep watching. I guess you can hit that little button and get notified when we are live. Lots happening around the corner. We had our team meeting this morning to get ready for all the various events. I know we've got Orlando dynamics happening. We've got, so Zootopia and all sorts of Walt Disney World fun heading your way, and also Disneyland Resort as well. So stay tuned for the latest happenings around the world of Disney, and we will see you all next time.